Okay, first and foremost, I want to give all honors and praises and glory belongeth to my Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wahavaka Kodash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that teach us truth well and that continue to teach us truth well, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, the very few brothers and sisters listening and learning. Okay? The workers of iniquity are going to be destroyed. Okay? According to their own wickedness. No matter what you do, Esau, no matter how much pages you shut down and you give us strikes and you tamper with our videos, it's not going to make a difference, because your destruction has already been set. Your destiny has already been set. Your lot is already set. Your portion is already set. So just do what you got to do. Be the devil you were created to be. But just know Yahweh is going to destroy you. Okay? Let's go to Psalm 26. And we're going to go straight to 3. Draw me not away with the wicked. So us as hope, we say the hopeful elect. We don't want to be drawn away with the wicked. We don't want to die the death of the wicked. We don't want to die with the wicked. We want to live through Yahweh Shai and with the workers of iniquity. So we don't want to be drawn away with the wicked, die the death of the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity. Who's the workers of iniquity? The elites, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Rockefellers, that are working wickedness, mischief, which speak peace to their neighbours. That's that sweet talk again, speaking peace to their neighbours. But mischief is in their hearts. Okay, so they're speaking peace to their neighbours. The neighbours are all the other nations, and the people of this world lying, telling you it's alright to get the vax and this and that. Okay, so that's them speaking peace to their neighbours. But mischief is in their hearts. This is what you got to understand about your enemy. No matter how smooth or sweet he speaks to you, he has an agenda which he wants to play out, which he is playing out. And he wants the majority of people chipped. He wants the majority of people controlled. Give them according to their deeds. Okay? And according to the wickedness of their endeavours. So that's what Yahweh is going to do them. And this is a prayer. This is in Psalms. I mean, the Psalm of David. And David's prayers were being answered because he was the man after the Most High's heart. Give them according to their deeds. What's your deeds? Your works. And according to their wickedness of their endeavours. Quickly go into that word endeavour. Okay, bear me just a minute. Endeavour, to try hard to achieve something. So what is Esau trying hard to achieve? His new world order. So they're going to be given according to their wickedness. Give them after the work of their hands. Okay? Render to them their desert. And that's what's going to happen, because they regard not the works of the Lord Yahweh Shai, nor the operations of his hands. That's that pride. They don't. Everything you see around you, Esau doesn't give credit where credit's due. That's why this society is teach upon what? This society is against the scriptures. It's against the Bible. Because that's what Esau pushes out. Because he does not respect the operation of the Lord Yahweh Shai's hands. And that when you go into that word operation, it says things wrought, things made. Esau thinks he done it himself when he didn't do it himself. All the elements, everything that were formed were through Yahweh Shai and the elect. He shall destroy them and shall not build them up. So he's going to destroy every last single one of these Edomites, and he's not going to build them up after. Okay? Let me just calm it down. You know? Remember what the scriptures say, be angry but sin not. Okay? Bear me just a minute. Bear me just a minute. You know, you're going to get scoffers now come on my page. Oh, you said in your former video, you can't be angry. No, I didn't say that. I said over time, You start to level out. You can be angry, but what? It has to be leveled. Because you've got individuals that just come onto your page to critique you, okay? To find fault. So when it says, let me just make, give them according to their deeds and according to their wickedness of their end devours. Let me just a minute. What's their end devours? We're going to quickly go to Revelations 12 and 12. And it says, Revelations 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the sea. Okay? And woe means what? What does it mean? Destruction. And that's what's coming to him. Nothing but destruction. Calamity. You know? And if this is negative to you, if you don't like it, then you can always switch off. But that's what's coming to this kingdom. As negative it may sound to you, it's not negative to us, it's positive to us. This whole negative and positive, this is positive to us. If you're a man of the Lord, it's going to be positive news. Excuse me. Okay, and what's another word for woe? Destruction. And alas. Okay, which is what? Great mourning. That's another word for woe. Passionate grief or despair. A woe of lamentation. Misery. Okay. Let's quickly go back to Revelation 12. Because Esau is trying everything he can. There's a lot of highly demonic activity going on right now. And that's why we need to put on the whole armor. It tells you that in Ephesians 6:11 that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. Them spirits are trying everything they can to try and stop us from doing this work. Everything. So Revelation 12 and 12. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea. And this is going to happen via World War III. For the devil has come down unto you. And that word for devil, excuse me, that word devil in the blue letter, what is it? Deceiver. Diablos. Deceiver, a culminator. One who acts on part to side with the devil. Okay? Because you've got 2/3 of our people also there. What did Yahweh says? John 8 and 44. Ye of your father the devil, and the lust of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and there was no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, when he speak of a lie, he speak of his own. Paraphrasing. For the devil has come down unto you. Why is he coming down? It's going to say having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So it says he's coming down with great wrath, because he knoweth that he have a short time to what? To fulfill his end devour. This new world order, he wants the masses chipped. This is what he wants. This is what they want. Some will call it the 1% that controls most of the resources. I call them the Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and so forth. And so what? If you delete my channel, just another channel's just going to get re-uploaded. Another channel's just going to get made. So it makes no difference. Okay? You can give me all the strikes you want. This word, it's already gone out. So whether you cut the page or a channel, it doesn't matter, because this word has gone out. Okay? And those that were supposed to hear it, they heard. Okay? So he's coming down onto you having great wrath, because he know he have a short time to fulfill his new world order. He has not got long. So he's trying everything. Every little tactic he's trying. And the people that are doing this behind the scenes, when the men of the Lord get that spiritual power, they're going to be able to know, yep, you were doing this, you were doing that. Even before the kingdom, the Lord's going to give his men spiritual power to know who's who, who's doing what. These are the workers of iniquity. Psalms 94 and 16. Who will rise up? That's Satan. You see, it's highly demonic spiritual activity. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? And who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? There's only going to be a few men doing this, really standing up against the wickedness that is happening. And this was a question. Who was going to do it? You were only going to have a few men in these days that were really standing up for righteousness, for Yahweh Shai. You know, fighting a good fight of faith. Bear me just a minute. Okay. So my whole thing is Esau. You do what you want to do, but you're not going to stop this word at all. Bear me just a minute. You're not going to stop this. Okay. And your agents, whoever you send, okay, you can send your psychologist, whatever it is. What else? You know, you can get people to come to camp and study us. That doesn't matter, because guess what? The scriptures already got you marked. And your agents, whoever you send, your psychologists, like I said, they can study us all day long. Okay? But guess what? The Lord's studying you. And guess what? We're studying you through the scriptures. Not of any esoteric knowledge or any witchcraft. We're doing it on the right hand side, because the scriptures say in Hebrews 4:12, this word is sharper than any two-edged sword. Okay? Cutting, dividing asunder of soul, piercing to the dividing of soul, to the joints of the marrow, and it's a discerner of thoughts. So this word discerns people's thoughts, and that's why Esau's getting upset. That's why certain other people get upset when this word comes out. This is why they don't want to deal with the scriptures, because it's not us. It's not us personally. It's not us. It's the spirit that we come in. Yahweh Spirit. That's what they can't stand. Okay, but we have to keep fighting. We have to keep on. We have to keep fighting. Okay, and don't give in, because that's what Esau wants you to give in. Okay, so bear me just a minute. Let's start at Psalms 40. Bear me just a minute. 41. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. And the poor, first of all, it begins with the elect, then the rest of the nation of Israel. The Lord will deliver him. Okay? And part of you considering the poor as well, again, I always say it, being diligent for the truth. That's you considering the poor. Putting in the work, putting in the effort. That's you considering the poor. What are you doing? You're feeding them with the spiritual meat, which is his word. The Lord Jehovah will deliver him in a time of trouble. So there's an elect that are going to be delivered in that time of trouble. The Lord will preserve him. The Lord Jehovah will preserve him and keep him alive. Not everybody's going to taste of death. Okay? The ones that were BSing about in the truth and messing about, they're more likely to taste of death. The ones that weren't taking this seriously. If you've been doing everything you can for Yahweh, more unlikely, he's going to preserve you. It's not a definite, but he's going to. That's the mindset I have. And he shall be blessed upon the earth, and thou wilt not deliver him unto the will of his enemies. So those that are being obedient to Yahweh and been doing what they were supposed to be doing in this faith, they're not going to be delivered over by the will of their enemies. It's the ones that were BSing. They may have to suffer that death. Okay? So those of you brothers that have been doing what you're supposed to be doing, even though you may trip and fall, whatever, but your whole mind always was upon these scriptures, and you were sincere always, you ain't got nothing to worry about. It's the ones that have been messing. It's the ones that have been messing about. Okay? That have been dilly-dallying. So with this lesson, I really hope this is edifying. And until the next time, Shalom.